Hello there, I'm Unfailing Monster and I'm trying to become better at Rainbow Six Siege. I've been champ for the last 7 seasons and I've been recently trying to get into the EU competitive scene. Now, my mechanics held up pretty decently at a tier 4 level and I've even developed an aim training routine to help me improve. Now, if you're interested in a video about that aim training routine, make sure you get subscribed because I'll be making one of those soon. So my mechanics aren't really holding me back, but my experience on the other hand is another story. Now, a lot of that just comes with time. Getting that scrim experience against stronger and stronger teams, and ironing out issues over time. But one of my friends suggested an idea to me to catch up on the many years of tactical knowledge that I'm behind on, and to improve a little bit quicker. Let me introduce you to my friend Perry. He's previously competed in tier 3 tournaments like the Nordics and the Northern Premier League, and he's even helped me develop that aim training routine I mentioned earlier. He's been helping me improve, and having a mentor like him, I can't even begin to tell you how helpful that's been. He suggested I go back into the competitive history of Rainbow Six Siege and understand the tactical evolution that's happened to form a foundation of what the current meta is built upon. He told me to go watch the grand finals of 3 events: the 2018 Paris Major, the 2019 Milan Finals, and the 2021 Mexico Major. This video is documenting the first VOD review I did of the Paris Finals. I streamed the whole thing live on Twitch, and I'll be doing the same for the other 2 finals. So follow me on Twitter to know when I'll be doing that, and join on the next stream so we can get better together. Links will be in the description. Okay, so they're holding the crosses here, right? So they've got control, they've got the meeting control, they've got Castle playing here on the bench, they've got Kanto, I think, channeling channeling the windows, and then Jonas is still holding below, who's just killed Canadian below on the lurk. So they're in a very good position here, because Fabian can help Goga. He's got angles to help Goga. Fabian's got angles to help Castle. Goga and Pengu are in the main power positions right now. Kanto, MVK just killed the guy there. Yep. Oh, he went back to Kanto. Okay, fair enough. Okay, Paint gets 1 for 1. So still in a decent position. Goga's still doing fine here, as long as he's able to help out. The timing is fucked. He misses all of his shots. That's fine because he's got Brody on the stairs. So right now they're kind of in like a little bit of a they've been moved to one side of the map here, right? But they're still playing off of each other. Right? They're still playing in kind of a mesh network because he can help him. He's being pressured here, but he can call. C4s are still abound. So they're honestly like chilling here. They're getting the case down. They've got to get into action now. Yeah, they let them get the case, which is not great. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So there they took below control. They didn't really attack the windows too heavy. They put a little bit of phantom pressure on the windows, but then they went up each of the staircases and pushed in with Square for Monty. So Canadian's droning himself in, double droning an entry top floor, and he's droning himself right now. And just the information is pushing these guys back. They're taking their time, because now they have full control. When they realistically weren't really contested. Like, Jonas was not actually contested, he was just droned out. So he was pushed out by pure just drones. So they only have Thermite for Breach, so they're going for a full server end. They've opened that up. They're playing the they're playing the anti-plant, right? They've got the C4s. They've got Kanto on the Ela who can toss the shit. They've got the smokes. Obviously, Jonas is probably playing for the flank here. So they've got the flank active and passive. They've got pressure on the hat, oh, so they have gone. Oh, okay. So they go one hatch, got server hatch. So now they're gonna have to sprint in. They're doing the mirror setup this way because they've got the long angles. Clearing out the util. And they're going to cover Necrox planting probably in the smokes. Yup. Closed off. Meanwhile, putting pressure. So this is because if NVK gets this, he's got the counter pressure. People are going to have to start turning around because they're getting the plant down while these guys should be getting distracted from it. But they are not getting the plant down, and he actually gets the Intero. But honestly, this Intero doesn't really have much impact, right? Because the diffuser is already down, and it's a 4v1, so it's already Jova as fuck. But so there, like, they played a very default basement, right? With still the counter pressure. They smoked off the angles with Capitao to facilitate the push in and jump in on the off plant. They destroyed the bulletproof information and shit. But, you know, the flank was successful, so that's kind of what, like, tossed the round, huh? They're taking top square control with the drone, with an entry drone. Jonas is playing slightly extended, probably just to shoot a couple drones and then fall back. So realistically, before they take any space, they are getting 100% info. So they're pinching, so they've taken full top from square because they can't get the breach. What they're doing is they're taking down spiral, so they're pinching admin and shit right now. So they're pinching this area. So here they've been cleared out. EG are in a very good spot here with the control they have. This mirror right here is a massive win con right now. Massive win con. Thatch and Therm are probably going to need to breach one of these walls, but they've got the bandit on the blue pressure, which is going to stop them doing that because they need to, in order to do that, they would need to clear that out, which is not going to work. So actually, like, incredibly a smart play from Jonas to do that, because if the win con at the moment is that mirror, and you've got the smoke on the mirror, you've got Fabian on Printer to hold that mirror, you can swing out this way, you can see all of sight from here pretty much. I'm surprised they don't send anybody to print a window. He goes to the window. Yeah, exactly. Oh! Whoa, what? Young. Okay, yeah. They trade. Oh, so much barbed wire everywhere, bro. Like, that actually is really smart, that barbed wire, especially since they're playing the long range mirrors, right? Because they are forcing the especially with the Hibana ban, right? You often are going to have to sacrifice a server breach for hatches, because all you have is the 2 thermite charges. So because of that, you can't plant in the normal, like, default safe plant, or relatively safe plant. You put the barbed wire there because you know they're gonna have to rush it. Vigil was a great adaptation, because before, the only pressure that was, like Jonas didn't even get, like, util or gunfight pressured off of the open area roam. He got just droned out and dipped. Obviously still went for the flank, right? But for the roam clear, he just kind of dipped when he got droned out. But in this case, since they can't really drone him out because he's Vigil, he just is here undroned. So this time, they are binning off one of the hatches. They are just opening up the server hatch, or the CC hatch, and getting the default plant. The default plant wall. Goga's holding the chaos play from the hatch. Jonas is holding the chaos play from the stairs, and Fabian is just doing the util thing, forcing him off the plant, smoke after smoke after smoke. So they held the chaos, like the chaos plays, the chaos pushes. They countered those, and they just had enough util to cover that default plant. The way that they attacked it the first time, I think, was really successful, because they just kind of bypassed this little, like, juggle, this util juggle that they have a lot of the time, by just capital bolting both of the mirror angles sprinting in and like planting on an off plant. Very much a different setup, right? So where Penta did, or where G2 played the mirrors back here, EG are doing like what we now consider the default, where they play the mirror here. So they've cleared this very quickly. Have they cleared this with pre-place, or... So by the time that these guys get here, they've practically droned the entirety of top floor, and are already moving on to droning down below. What EG is doing differently than G2 is that EG is not really doing any, like, pods and prokes. EG is just kind of content to just sit in sight. With EG, right, the entries had a drone at their feet, but it meant that the entries had to wait a lot. Here, they've already got half of, like, they're already droning upstairs before they even get to the map. EG still can take all of top floor and all of mid floor control with like a minute 30, a minute 15, right? They still have the control. They're doing it much slower. They haven't touched any of the hashes. They haven't gotten any information on blue. They haven't gotten any information on the util. None of that, right? While G2, bam, it's been a minute. They have taken all of top floor control. They are currently in the last stages of getting mid floor control. They are probably going to have Goga plant in the smoke, if I'm right. Yep. The entire attack is just one off of a singular smoke grenade. They just toss one smoke grenade, plant in the smoke grenade, win round. So they clear all of... They're doing a bottom uptake here. They're doing a yellow-sided bottom uptake. But they get chowed by the Jaeger. Ooh, he finds a gap there because there's a guy on his skylight. But he's able to get away with that. Ooh, Kanto goes in for the sprint. So G2 were flipped here. They lost the two bodies. Yellow side, so they flipped over to the admin side. Yeah, this is a loss round. Yep. So they the defense won that round off of some very well-timed aggressive moves on yellow stairs, and then staying solid on the flip. Staying solid and not leaving many gaps on the admin sided push. They're also droning from, so they're taking a mid floor pinch. They seem to be not putting any pressure for top floor, but they're going they're pushing yellow side and they're pushing Visa side. So they get the window pressure going and they get a pick off of it on the smoke. So that's stall cleared. What the fuck? And because they know they have bottom floor control, Goga can just sprint through fucking yellow. Okay. They could just stick the plant. Incredible. And then they've got the cover and like the Zulu cover as well. They've planted in the smoke and then they jump out. Holy shit. Okay. Wild.
Now try to imagine doing this for 150,000 USD, you know?
Yeah. Like the fact that they get away with that is like crazy, but it fucking works. Like, oh, look at that. That's tech. Shooting glass of windows.
Never see anybody do that in these days.
Nope.
Old tech, but forgotten tech.
Sadly. Because it
still works the same though.
Yeah, it still works. It's such strong tech too. Like, you just know wherever they are. They just get Warlex. What? Okay. Well, that's a very fucking easy opening pick. So, does he get pushed out, or does he just, like, move? Well, there is obviously pressure here. What I've been noticing, especially on Bank, is that the roamers get pushed out of their roams, not by pressure, not by utility, not by, like, physical pressure, but purely by a drone. Like, they just see a drone, and then they fall back. So that's top floor control. That's opening pick on the Roma, on the Vigil as well. Yeah. Very standard here. They've taken all top, all mid. They are clearing the shit off breach. EG are playing for the... They're just playing for the plant deny here. They're just trying to use the Echo Smoke C4 to plant deny. Like, the efficiency of G2 is insane here. Because they cleared out all of top floor 30 seconds into the round. They cleared out all of mid floor a minute into the round. Or a minute and a half into the round. And then here, it's a minute 17. They've got all of top floor. They've got the breach open. They have information on, like, all of garage. So realistically, if they wanted to, they could toss a smoke grenade and start planting. Oh, so they're using the cover. They're using the thermite sound as cover. They are... Kanto is the chaos. Yeah, Kanto's the chaos. They are getting echo blasted. But... Yep, but Kanto is holding the rotate. Yeah. Oh. Cover down. Planter down. But they do get it back. And the plant did go down. So they were too late. They got the planter, but he was too late. Because the planter had already gone down. That's the thing, right? It doesn't matter if you throw a spanner in the works. Because, sure, you have echoed their like, plant attempt, but they have another minute of time to waste out your smokes. So she is the chaos factor here, which moves people around staff, which pushes people into Kanto's line of sight. G2 are just crazy efficient. Did people just, like, not pre-place drones before G2? So they've taken all of admin side. So this is very much a, you know, fucking, you know, Empire, Team Empire admin-sided push, right? Visa admin push.
I would say that, like, the structure in the Empire roster was, like, so crazy. Like, you could look at the timer and, like, joystick would peak that specific angle at 45 every round.
So surprisingly, despite the fact that at 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the round, they had all of admin control, and the smoke had started using his gases for the windows. We are now at 45 seconds, and 3 attackers are dead. They haven't taken any control. Like, what did they do for those 2 minutes? I'm just surprised at, like, how they stalled out for the last 2 minutes.
I mean,
and then they just, like, they don't get any util done, and then they just get, like, funneled.
Let's be real, those angles are really hard to push.
No, I know. But, like, that's why you would imagine they would have a plan to make those angles a little bit less shit to push. But they just end up funneling into those angles that the defense have put down without any alterations. Ooh, on the fucking Vigil. Where the fuck? Yeah. The cutoff. The spiral cutoff onto Z. Yeah. So
yep.
Vigil tries to go to, like, Fabian's playing the cut here. Because they've cleared out, they've pushed people out of top so that they can plant here. Because, like, usually you deny the plant here by the vert. They've pushed people off of that vert. He's playing the cutoff here. And now they're probably going to go for an execute to plant it. Most likely, no? Yeah, because see, Jonas has got the vert. Fabian has the cutoff. MVK is going for a flank. So they need to be aware of that. But yeah, they're going for the smokes here so they can get the plant down. Ah. That's actually crazy unlucky because he can't challenge the angle he's being shot from. Because if he goes too far back, he starts getting blinded by walking into the smoke. That's actually nuts. That's actually just like a Jonas assist from the grave. The attackers set up for their execute. And then the defenders double flanked. Because they understood that we cannot, like, they are about to execute, and we can't really do much about it. That this execute is probably going to be successful by them, so we need to go for these flanks. And then G2 just kind of won their gunfights on the flankers. See, yep, flank, bang. So NVK goes for the flank. Capitao smokes off NVK and then tries to go around to get a different angle on the flanker, but the second flanker comes in at the perfect time and catches him as he's trying to rotate. But so they're droning top floor with the BB pressure on CEO to cut off small desk. The Canadian has been doing this a lot in his games, like both on this map and the other map, where his teammates are like, you know, entry, roam clearing, you know, put a drone in front of the entry top floor, while at the same time he is like on a cutoff mid floor, droning in himself in the mid floor. Like he did it in open area while his teammates were taking top floor. He's doing it here where he's like, you know, droning the main desk side while his teammates are taking top floor. But the teammates have not taken top floor yet because Fabian's still up here. Like, this is an extremely extended roam. They've got 2 people top floor. This is a 2-1-2. 2 bottom floor, 2 top floor, 1 mid floor for the fallback. It's very, very extended. And this is what I love. They have been droned. They've got people on windows, but they're sticking. They're not leaving yet. Like they're saying, no, if you want us to leave, push us out. Like, see, like that is pressure, but he's fine with it. He's not instantly running away. Oof, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, I mean, the pressure on him is crazy right now. But he gets out. He gets cut off by yellow, but like, you know.
Let's be real, that's more luck than anything, right?
Yeah, and he gets insta refragged as well, right? But yeah, like that's great. I love this. Now, it has taken because Fabian and Kanto just stayed upstairs, didn't instantly leave, right? It's been more than half of the round, and this dude, and they still haven't, like, he is not jumping in this. He's still holding this cutoff. Like, they are still double droning. They're still making sure that all of top floor is clear. Now they're using util to make sure all of mid floor is clear. That's all of his Sophia charge. His Sophia, that's all of them. And they're still taking top floor. They're still, like, face-checking top floor. 30 seconds. No breach is done. I don't think Jonas is gonna... Oh my god, it's still muted. So they still have to go to piano and still have to get the FERT. Bam, another 10 seconds wasted. Oh! There's still a guy top floor. There's still... Young is still... It's 20 seconds left and Young is still top floor. Yeah, they just have to panic, like, drop. They just have to panic drop at this point. Which they do, and they get bonked. Yeah, and they just run out of time completely. So they're doing a yellow take, for sure. EG in a great spot. They have the control to watch for the C4s. They have the window control, so they can just... But they don't... This shit ain't clear. Okay, well that's potentially a problem. Their end is being contested by a dude on the windows. Alright. Oh! Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. Like, very much G2 understand what EG want out of this round, and they are, like, they're just not letting it happen. Okay, you cleared us off of yellow, and you cleared our flanker, who had the C4. Okay, so you clearly want to plant here. I'm going to put my face on the window, so you cannot... Oh, and he gets the black beard. Yeah, that's a whiff. That's a whiff and a half. But boom, instant retake. Like, instantly, they're on each other. Because, like, instantly Goga retakes the position. And Pengu starts to retake the position. Like, they're very much playing off of each other here. And then Goga just plays time. Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful. But so they very much understand what EG want to do by the things that they're doing. They're burning and nading the kid off of yellow. They are taking vertical, like, bottom-up control to stop the C4 nade. They have not touched admin side whatsoever, so they know what they're doing. And they just put pressure on those windows. Don't let them set up for the execute. But yeah, I mean, that round was honestly won off of, you know, great entry here. Great luck entry here. But Goga just, like, going in there and killing the planter twice. That wins the round.
Yep.
So they are top East Archives pushing top floor. We obviously get the opening pick here off of a very good info play. He knows they've cleared out Archives. So it seems like they want all of top floor and custom. So they want 100% control everywhere. So it's just smoke in sight. Goga retakes bathroom. Kanto retakes top floor. That's the kind of the issue with taking literally the entire map. Is they're just getting flanked here. So that's what goes wrong for EG here. Like, they do a very good job taking top floor control. They do a very good job taking customs and bathroom. But then, because they are spread so thin, and because they're so low on time, Kanto finds a gap, Goga finds a gap. You know, Jonas and Pengu, when they played last round, they were the two holding upstairs. They were just on each other. They just were on each other. One of them died, instant refrag. Bang. Gone. No mad advantage. Nope. They've done that. G2 have done that well a couple times. A lot better than EG have. Like, they've been ready and they've been expecting and they've been, most importantly, holding the chaos pushes. When G2 is about to execute, they are holding, expecting, and reading the flanks that the defensive EG are doing. When G2 are in on their defense, they are expecting the chaos plays and pre-aiming the chaos plays too. Oh, is it about... Oh! And he gets defuse. There's no fucking way. He gets defuse. Oh my god. Okay, BC gets... Okay, fucking hell. Wow. That was almost... Again, right? Like, he's being pressured. He calls for Jonas. Jonas is over here, like, watching bottom metal. But then Echo starts to get pressured here. Bam. Jonas is there to catch the Canadian dropping the hatch. It's unfortunate that they both lose their gunfights here, but, like, you know, they're still bringing that back to a winnable, from a 5v2 to a 2v2. So very much an Archives end here. And then, yep, Jonas is forced to go for a chaos play. He goes for a chaos play. It needs to happen because, like, they're running low on time. And he is the only cover for Kanto. But Kanto gets the plant down. He sacrifices himself, but he gets the plant down. And this is, like, I mean, what the fuck does EG do here?
Jump out the window.
Ooh, he's punting. He's... Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you could also just, like, be totally unaware. Fair enough. That is an option. You could just bank on Kanto just to being completely unaware of the defuse going down. East office take. Being aware of the flanks. They are droning in. So they've taken the control. One of the defenders has already fallen back. Both, boom. Minute and 10 into the round, they're all, like, they have cleared out top. Seems very much like a vent's end. Got the vert. They're holding the vert with 2. Canadian goes for the middle flank. And he holds it. Oh, look at this. The barricade. Oh, they get a free entrance into sight. And they're planting on the fucking planks. Fabian has gone for the chaos play. Another chaos play. Bang. Gone for the chaos play down middle. Get the plant down. Fabian gets a fucking triple piece. They've kept top floor control. I mean, flawless round incoming, question mark? Almost. Fabian overheats slightly, but, like, I mean, that's major one right there. Well, that was about 3 hours and 11 minutes condensed all all the way down to 28 minutes of footage. So, what exactly did we learn? Well, from what I noticed, what separated G2 from EG in this game came down to 4 main factors. Playing off each other, efficiency in clears, not giving up space without pressure, and chaos plays during the execute. Starting with playing off each other, we saw multiple times that even if EG found an opening kill, that another G2 player would be ready to take their place like the head of the Hydra and fight tooth and nail for every ounce of man advantage. We also saw G2 be significantly more efficient on their own clears, on Bank especially. They were using pre-placed drones, as well as having their droners drone out entire floors of the map before their entries even gone to the building. This gave them significantly more time to deal with EG's defensive setup around the map. A large contributor to this was EG not contesting map space a whole lot, being very happy to drop back to site with very little pressure. Now, this is not to say that G2 held on to every roam like they were holding on to Helm's Deep, but they certainly put up more of a fight and wasted more time, which led to EG's executes being more rushed and more scrambled. Finally, the biggest difference to me was how dialed in G2 were into the chaos plays. A chaos play is when a player hits the site from a different angle to the main execute to create chaos and to attract attention away from the plant going down. We saw G2 make use of this type of play much more than EG, and they were also much more ready for the same type of plays to come out of EG when G2 were defending. We saw instances where 2 of the 3 site players were focused on holding these chaos plays, while only 1 out of the 3 was denying the plant. This way, G2 were able to keep EG predictable on their executes, and keep EG guessing when G2 went for theirs. So, that's what we learned from, until recently at EWC, the most dominant Grand Finals in Siege history. This was certainly the G2 dynasty at the peak of their powers. They'd go on to win the Rio Pro League Finals, and then they'd crown themselves as the greatest team to ever touch Siege by winning their second Six Invitational in 2019. However, that's when the cracks would start to show. They were pushed harder in the Grand Finals of that SI than they've ever been pushed before. The coastline that they played went for 22 rounds, which still now holds the record for longest map ever played in Pro Siege history. So what ended up happening to that team that pushed G2 so hard? Well, stay tuned for the next event that we'll be VOD reviewing, as in the 2019 Milan Finals, a new playstyle and a certain cyborg you might know took over Siege. Join me on my Twitch while we'll be watching this, and keep an eye on my Twitter where I'll announce when we'll be live. Thanks everyone, good night.